Marriage is not something you succeed at once and then relax forever. It is something you practice daily, quietly, intentionally. Especially as a wife who often carries emotional responsibility, family balance, and unspoken expectations. And if you are listening to this right now, feeling tired, confused, or wondering why love feels harder than it used to, I want you to know that you are not failing and you are not alone. Because most marriages don't struggle due to lack of love, they struggle because no one teaches women how to protect themselves emotionally while still protecting the relationship. And today, I want to talk to you honestly about marriage tips every wife must practice, not to become perfect, not to sacrifice herself, but to stay emotionally strong, respected, and secure inside her marriage. Because love without awareness slowly turns into exhaustion, and commitment without self-respect becomes emotional burnout. And let me gently ask you this. When was the last time you felt calm, valued, and safe inside your marriage? Not just loyal, not just responsible, but emotionally at peace. Because many wives are doing everything right on the outside while quietly breaking on the inside, and that is not what marriage is meant to be. And I want to share a story that may feel familiar. There is a woman named Amanda, married for years, dependable, caring, always trying to keep the peace. She communicates, she compromises, she gives more when things feel shaky, yet somehow she feels invisible. Her needs feel secondary, and she wonders why the harder she tries, the less connected she feels. And what Amanda doesn't realize is that effort alone does not protect a marriage. Wisdom does. Because psychology shows us that emotional security, boundaries, and self-respect are the real foundations of long-lasting love, not overgiving, not silence, and not constant fixing. So the first marriage tip every wife must practice is learning to regulate her emotions before responding. Because emotional reactions may feel honest, but they often create distance instead of understanding. And when you pause, breathe, and speak from clarity instead of hurt, you protect your dignity and the relationship at the same time. This does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means choosing the right moment and tone so your voice is heard instead of defended against. The second tip every wife must practice is expressing needs clearly without guilt. Because many women are taught to hint, hope, or wait, but unmet needs turn into resentment, and resentment quietly poisons love. So saying, "I need more support," or "I feel lonely lately," is not being demanding, it is being honest, and honesty is a form of respect, both for yourself and your marriage. The third tip is maintaining emotional boundaries, because love does not require you to absorb everything, fix everything, or tolerate emotional harm. Boundaries mean you stop over-explaining yourself, you stop chasing emotional validation, and you learn when to step back from conversations that feel disrespectful or unsafe. Because staying in emotional discomfort to prove loyalty only teaches your nervous system that love equals pain, and that is not healthy or sustainable. The fourth tip every wife must practice is staying connected to herself. Because when your entire identity becomes wife, mother, or caretaker, emotional imbalance begins. And a woman who is disconnected from herself cannot feel deeply connected in marriage. So you must protect time for rest, reflection, friendships, faith, movement, creativity, or anything that reminds you who you are beyond your role. Because a grounded woman communicates calmly, loves wisely, and reacts less emotionally, and that strengthens the marriage naturally. The fifth tip is practicing appreciation without self-abandonment, meaning you acknowledge effort, express gratitude, and nurture positivity, but you do not silence your needs in the name of peace. Because appreciation should flow both ways, and when a wife constantly appreciates while quietly suffering, love becomes uneven, and that imbalance creates emotional distance. The sixth tip every wife must practice is observing patterns instead of blaming herself. Because not every issue in marriage is your fault, and not every emotional shift means you are doing something wrong. Noticing patterns like avoidance, defensiveness, or emotional withdrawal helps you respond with wisdom instead of self-doubt, and this protects your self-esteem, which is essential for emotional safety. The seventh tip is choosing calm consistency over emotional extremes, because love is built in stability, not intensity, and marriages that last are not dramatic, they are steady. They are built on daily respect, predictable care, and emotional reliability. And when you stop swinging between overgiving and emotional shutdown, the relationship feels safer for both partners. And the eighth tip every wife must practice is knowing that love should never cost you your peace. Because a marriage that requires you to constantly walk on eggshells, suppress your feelings, or shrink yourself to avoid conflict is not emotionally healthy. And loving someone does not mean tolerating emotional neglect, disrespect, or imbalance. And I want to say this clearly, protecting your marriage does not mean losing yourself. It means showing up as a whole, emotionally aware woman who knows her worth. Because strong marriages are built by two emotionally responsible adults, not one person carrying everything. And if right now your marriage feels fragile, distant, or heavy, that does not mean it cannot heal. It means something needs attention, and attention begins with awareness, self-respect, and small daily choices, not big confrontations, not silent suffering. And healing does not happen overnight. It happens when you consistently choose calm communication, honest expression, emotional boundaries, and self-connection. And even if your partner is not fully trying yet, your emotional growth still matters, because when you change how you show up, the dynamic shifts, sometimes slowly, sometimes subtly, but always meaningfully. And even if the relationship takes time to improve, you will still become stronger, clearer, and more emotionally secure, and that alone is powerful. Because you were never meant to disappear inside your marriage. You were meant to feel loved, respected, and emotionally safe. And as you move forward from today, I invite you to choose just one of these tips to practice consistently. Not all of them, just one. Because small, intentional changes protect love far more than dramatic efforts ever could. And if this message resonated with you, if it felt like it spoke directly to your heart, share it with another wife who may need this reminder. Leave a comment about which tip you are choosing today, and subscribe for more guidance on emotional strength, calm communication, and healthy marriage dynamics. Because your marriage matters, and so do you.